Gurubhyom Namaha. There is a 17th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. It talks about Shraddha Traya Vibhagam. Shraddha means sincerely working. There are three types of Shraddhas. I am talking from the modern management point of view. Interestingly, Arjuna asks, without following the rules also, whatever way you feel doing good, you can do it now. Why we have to follow a particular method prescribed in the books like that? Here, one thing to be noticed, even in the materialistic world, forget about the spiritual methods at the moment. For music also, there is a music teacher. For if you go to a gym, can you do directly? Some gym man will tell which is suitable to you, which is not to be done. If you exert more, you may get trouble your arm, whatever, muscle, like that. Then, will you go for swimming without any expert guide? You may be drowned. Can you take up a car driving on your own by reading a book? You may involve in an accident and lose a lot of money. Police cases will come. So, for everything, there is a guru and guidance is needed. Only thing, stumbling block is very honestly ego. I come to the practical points. When I was working in the bank, I was a postgraduate and I have got the free time. I was reading some literature on my own, thinking that why should I ask these people? I can understand myself. The superior, who has seen, what have you read? I said some uniform laws, something like that. For about 1 or 2 hours I spent. Then he smiled and told, that has been scrapped by Reserve Bank of India. It is no relevant. So my time is lost. Thinking that I picked up so much of the knowledge, all that is waste. It is just because of the ego. Had I been asking, is it relevant now or is it important? At least if I consult, then read, I could have been better. So the ego is a stumbling block. Here, God is telling 3 types of people are there based on the 3 gunas: Sattvika, Rajasika and Tamasika. I am analyzing from the point of human relations, from the materialistic point also. Spiritual things I am not going at the moment. If you consider a Sattvic boss, if you are having, he will follow the rules. He will do the work in a good ways, good to him and to the society and to the colleagues. And his good nature is such, you don't have any problem in doing the work, and he is kind to you and he will take you along with them, and you will at the end of the day you will have satisfaction having worked with a good person, and that is how he will be. There, for example, what I am trying to say, I noticed a particular man who is in 50s. He was selling spiritual books. He comes in a van, and on Monday before Shivalaya, on Saturday before Hanuman temple, all spiritual Gita press books, all things he is selling, agarbatti kind of things. So he is doing a good job. There is no fraud involved. Whatever 10% commission he may get it. He is doing a good job for his own satisfaction. There is nothing like that. So that is one way of doing, sattvic way of doing things. Then Rajasic means he is egocentric. As I told you, he is more egocentric. That type of person, he by hook or crook, by shortcut or otherwise, somehow he wanted to be actions and results very fast kind of things he wants. There is a strong desire in him, and so he makes strong effort. There is no problem. The problem here is, if you have a boss like him, if he is a very highly Rajasic like that, he will expect you to do a lot, much more than you can do, and you may end up in diabetic situation. I have seen such persons who were, a man worked like anything, and he brought to 1 crore profit. And the next day the boss was asking, you make it 2 crore profit. That also he made it 3 crores. He's gone. The same is the case many places when we are working hard. I have noticed that one of my boss was coming when I am working at 7 up to 7:30 I was working. He was patting on my shoulder. Oh, you are a senior officer. Why can't you take up some more responsibility? Some more responsible means it will be up to 8:30 I have to sit, and by the time I go by catching train in Bombay, it will be 9:40 or so when I will do my other food and prayers. So I said I was not particular to go beyond a point. So what I say is the Rajasic persons, you have to be careful where to draw the line. Where to draw the line, that is more important. Another example I will tell you. One of my junior colleague, he joined, he has done MBA, and he was only given to how much, 15,000 rupees worth the job. I asked him what type of job you would like to have. 15,000 rupees worth the job which fully satisfies you. Another is 30,000 job which partly satisfies. Another is 60,000 rupees worth the job in 2002 stories. It will not suitable to you. The gentleman said, I will take up 60,000 job. Why? Because I have taken education loan from my father. I have to clear this loan fast. And with a lot of luck, his salary went up to 40,000 in the advanced department. And suddenly I found him in the train after 2 years. Where are you? How are you? Where are you? He said, I am in another bank. Now I am what you call a in charge for the entire department. Then what is your role? I have to scout the loan proposals also. Earlier, loan proposals were coming to him. Just he has to scrutinize and clear the loans with his knowledge. Now he is supposed to get the scout the proposals also. So he became very fat and his health gone. Just for about a few thousand rupees more, you have spoiled your health, because the Rajasic excess desire, that is the counterproductive. That's what I wanted to say. We should not work with such kind of bosses also. We should draw the line politely. Well, same is the case with if you are having a Rajasic wife too strongly, then you may have a problem. You have to convince. Of course, wife can be convinced in a practical way, but bosses you have to be careful, because you have no choice on the bosses. But still, when they offer you higher and higher things also, politely you may draw a line and say, you can draw the line and take a position. Otherwise, you change the job also if the boss is very highly Rajasic, and make it out. Actually, my conclusion is, though Bhagavan Krishna is telling Sattvic, Rajasic and Tamasic, all these three things are there together in some proportions with all the people. Tamasic means lazy. Tamasic means, all of you know, lazy. Some laziness is permissible because you have to sleep and you can't work completely. Here, Tamasic man nature is, he won't consult anybody. He will work on his own without any method or anything, and he will be doing. He will adopt no rules. He will adopt all kind of things to get his things. Smugglers, what you call gamblers and drunkards, all these people will come. For a drunkard, you give him one bottle, he is ready to do anything without any botheration whether it is right or wrong work. You can imagine the situation. For example, if a farmer is putting seeds in a farm without even checking up the nature of the soil, all his toil will be waste, is it not? So that is the position. But what I conclude is, if a pure gold, you cannot make an ornament. A pure gold, some amount of copper is added to make it an ornament. Like that, pure Sattvic also will not work out in the present day society. You need not be 100% good to be called as a Sattvic. You don't feel sorry for that. Only saints and sannyasis may have Sattvic. You can only say 70% Sattvic and 30% Rajasic you should be. Because some activity is required. Then only you will survive in the society, to you and to your family members. In the Rajasic also, you are active, but at the same time you will follow the rules. That is the position of that, the beauty of that. So you maintain that balance. I give one example. I don't mind telling about my own example. I changed the jobs in some banks. One of my departmental boss was removed. So the department was getting closed. I was also in one of the department person. When my turn came for removal, I told my the next boss, whoever is in that particular zone, what happens to my family when I requested? He's a Sattvic Rajasic boss. He accommodated me in another department, maybe slightly lesser salary. See, because he's Sattvic in nature, Sattvic, though he's an active man, Rajasic comes Sattvic boss. So he has helped me in giving the job. And when that job, whichever he has given it, when I was performing nicely for 1.5 years, he called me once. You are doing work excellently. Why don't you ask for a hike? See, that means the consideration is a considerate boss. That is what I wanted to know, or you to notice it. If you work for the person who is not bothered anything about you, then it may not be satisfactory thing to you. Ultimately, such bosses may ditch you also. They don't care also, like a mechanical, like a machine in a tool, they may use and throw. I have not seen such persons also. You have to be careful about that. Tamasic fellows, I have nothing else to point out. This is the position of the three natures that are prevailing. Tamasic, you need some rest. You have to have good sleep, reasonable sleep, but excess sleep is not proper. That is connected to the type of food you take, all kind of things. These three issues, Sattvic means purely good in action, without any selfishness kind of things. Rajasic, all of you know, the action-oriented fellow. By all means, he wants to get the result. Not by only by fair means, Sattvic fellow. That is, things may be delayed, but ultimately you will not involved in any fraud or police cases when you are working in a Sattvic man. Sattvic Rajasic man means he is working actively, but with a Sattvic mind. So he will work hard, but actively, but with some kind of following the rules and in a positive way. He is the best person. He is good to the family and good to the society also. You can identify those persons. Purely Rajasic fellow who only what you call bothered about his own promotions, and he is bothered about his own company to grow at the cost of you, your health. He is not bothered about your family, your lives or anything. When you have a genuine problem, sir, my wife is not well, my health is not there. No, how you can take leave? My work is pending here. This is the half yearly. This is the auditors are coming. So if he goes on catching you like that, then what will happen? That means he's not considerate about you. That is what is essential. Let us see how these three gunas, everybody should have it. Tamasic in small quantity, maybe 15% I call it, 40% Rajasic, 40 plus 20, 60, 50% Sattvic should be there. That is a combination which I call it to have a active personality in the present day society. And how these things, the type of person, how it will affect his body, speech, mind, Shraddha, Dana, all these things, how they will affect, I will come out separately in another video. This is the basic thing I wanted to communicate. If it is a Rajasic wife, we can tackle it by softly educating her, by taking her to some good speeches of the saints. To an extent we can convince her. And this Rajasic husband rahe, the wife also will say, why are you working hard at the cost of your health? Take care of that. You have to educate that. Wives and husbands, they have to take care of the usual things and bring down the Rajasic level to a sustainable level, what I call it. And suppose he is working very hard without even sleep also, then also one of the family members will guide. So a combination is required everywhere. That is, if a wife is sleeping 24 hours or husband is sleeping 24 hours or son is sleeping a long time by watching TV, then he is going into the tamasic mode. So then you have to change his style of living by turning slowly into Rajasic. How it will happen? By soft words, not by harsh words, by example, by explaining him the reasoning and giving him an appropriate encouraging environment, not telling you are useless like that. There was a counseling story over there, just I will tell you for your benefit. A son has failed in the 10th class. Out of frustration, he narrowly missed it. He was sleeping little late. The father was scolding him, "You fellow, you are sleeping and you are setting a very bad example to your brothers." And he was giving all words to him. And because of that, because he doesn't want to hear the father's words, he was continuously, next day he was sleeping another half an hour more. Then this story went on. Both people were taken to the counselor. That lady counselor in Bombay, she checked up with the both son and father separately, and she told, "Your son is okay. Only thing is your nagging should stop." What happens is, there is a nagging happens knowingly or unknowingly in the house, or with the family members, or with the children, and we show our frustration sometimes on them. That will not solve the problem. It is just like if you hit the door strongly with an intention to close, it will not get closed, it will come back. So you kindly think it over these things. I will stop at this stage about the why these gunas, how they react based on the food. It is a very big article. I will come out with another video shortly.